Hi, we'll continue our series of success mindset. And today's topic is really important. It's about your mental health, how you can maintain your mental health, whatever happens around you. I will be sharing a real life examples happens to me that will really help you to keep and maintain your mental health regardless of what happens to you. So stay tuned. Now, we need to understand that your mind always, for any topic, you pick up any topic, you have two sides of that topic. Your mind will be either in confused state or orderly state. In a way, either you're confused or you're in order, in control of that topic. So I will be sharing few screens. Will help us to understand the concept I'm covering today. So as we said, your mind is either in confused or orderly state, one on or another. So you cannot have both. Either you're in order or in confused state. Now, if you look to this guy, and I hope none of you is like this guy. However, unfortunately, because of the life we are facing every day, this guy is always in confused states. He's always in doubt and worry. And it can tell he has many things bugging his head, thinking, overthinking, and rethinking, and so on. Now, we need to understand that I will this diagram. I call this guy is Marky, where the big circle is your mind, and the small circle is your body, and your body is only an instrument of the mind. So if you look to this diagram, you either in ignorance or knowledge state, which is either you're confused or order, because when you understand the situation, you get things in order. And if you doubting and you're ignoring or you have ignorance of that situation, you are in confused state. We also need to understand that we are always have thoughts coming to our mind all the time, which is good. And the good thing about it is that you always have a choice in a way which side of that coin you want to be. You want to be in ignorance, confused, or in orderly state. So simply you have a choice either to be in ignorance or in knowledge state, which is either confused or orderly state. So now to continue the story I'm sharing with you, which is a real life examples. You see, before Eid holiday, which you're talking about mid of July, what happens? COVID hit, and one of my daughters, the youngest one, had COVID, tested positive. So we followed the procedures. We are four members. We are all vaccinated. However, it came to my home. So we took the right measures. It started with my youngest daughter. Then after 3 days, my second daughter being tested positive. It continues. Then again, after I think 9 days, my wife was also tested positive. So in a way, although we are taking all the measures, but it happens what happens. For me, normally in these situations, I know the best thing that will help you to do other than taking the right measures is to maintain your mental health. In a way, you look on the things and try to analyze it in a way that it serves you, in a way that it will help you to keep moving ahead, in a way that you look on the things the way you want, which is health. And this is how I normally maintain using what I showed you in the day out. That week, after 12 days, In that week, I had an event on LinkedIn where I streamed that one, which is the Business Startup Accelerator. Things were under control, everything went okay. Now, the moment before I started that event, then things get out of control, where it happens that although I am running a Zoom call where many people were attending the phone call, I am also streaming to the world through the LinkedIn. Unfortunately, what I planned did not work well in a way that people could not hear me and they start sending me on the LinkedIn. And you can imagine the situation, which was I normally be careful not to be hit by the situation, but being whatever it takes, I was stressed out for almost an hour during the event. Although I'm running the event, I said, okay, forget about the LinkedIn, I will fix it again. But I kept in that the worry and doubt situation, which I hated. The moment I finished the event, I was, to be honest, still stressed out. The moment I went out of the room where the home office I'm sitting and running that event, at that point I felt I've been hit by COVID. And it turned out, yeah, it was right. And simply the reason is as follows. I will analyze for you what happens. I will share it with you here. But you need to understand the following why I'm saying it's important not to be stressed out. So at that point, I was, to be honest, more on the confused state. So what happens for me, things were not in the right directions. So I was in ignorant path. So I was confused. I don't know what to do. So I become worried and in doubt how things that event will go. Things are really getting out of control. What people will be talking about me, what people will be saying about me. And so, you know, when those bad things happens, it happens and your, your mind will start analyzing and give you all this because I decided it was a choice unconsciously, without thinking much, I decided to be in that ignorance way. So what happens? Fear, stress, and anxiety, and it was suppressed. I was trying to keep it within me, and then I, in a way, was indirectly depressed because although I prepared for 3 weeks for that event, it happens, and I become dis-ease, not feeling well, and disintegration. This way, as a professional, you need really to avoid immediately. If you are in doubt and worry, you need to stop and think, and I will show you how to do it. So what happens exactly, why you don't want to be in that situation? Let me give you a scientific data. Now there's a hormone the body really send it out when you are in stress. They call the stress hormone, which is the cortisol. This cortisol, the bad thing about it is that when you are in stress mode, your immunity will goes down. And this is by science because this is the same stress hormone. They're using it for transplant when they want to transplant from a body to another body, whatever, if it is a kidney or whatever, they inject for the new person with the cortisol, trying to reduce the immunity system in order for the new body not to reject this transplant. And this is used. So for me, what happened at that moment during 1 hour, I know I was in that stress mode. I know that once I'm in a stress mode, my immunity happens. Although for me, I've been okay for 12 days, taking all the measures and everything. The moment I left the home office, where everyone was, in isolated, I felt, oh my God, there's something wrong happens to me because my immunity were down, so it was easily I could be infected by COVID. So for me, it was the first day. I know I've been tested positive because the next day I did, and it was a 10 out. Yeah, it is. I need to continue the event. Now, what I did and why I'm talking about the mental health, it's not about me, it is about you in your daily actions and interactions with others. You need to understand how your mind works and which side you want to be. So for me, knowing what I know exactly being in ignorance and confused state will not bring any benefit to me. I need to push myself to start thinking in a knowledge state, which I'll become in order to get things in control in my life. So what happens? I said, okay, in order to be knowledge, I need to study and understand the situation. So I start doing analysis to what happens and how I can fix it and how severe is the problem. So by analyzing what happens and start putting the right plan to overcome that ignorance state, the moment on the same night I did that part, I started building faith. Oh, still, it was the first day for me. Nothing. All right. So I immediately put a new post with a new video where it has that voice. In a way, I get things in control. In a way that I still have plenty of time to run my event. Also, I become in a well-being. I know it was difficult for me the remaining of the events to run it because of the fever I had and the high temperature, but I took again the right measures really to help me to pass those 3 days and post that COVID. So, and this is when you are in well-being, you see yourself expressed well, you accelerate in doing the events smoothly and at ease because you're getting now things in control. And this, when you are in control, you will see you will come up with more creative ideas. And this is always, whenever I get things in control under my control and my choice, it's easy to create. So we always, as I said, we have a choice either being in ignorance or knowledge. And it is a choice you need to decide which side of the coin you want to stay. So my recommendation for you really always maintain your mental health. If it is not, forget about the COVID, but anything in your life, you don't want to be in that stress mode. If you are there, I'm telling you, with no doubt, you will be hit with diseases. You will be infected, whatever. Hopefully, this is not COVID or anything, but watch out immediately when you see yourself stressed out, sit down, isolate yourself, and analyze the whole situation. And you see, you have always a choice. It's a matter of perception, how you want to look at that situation and start looking at the way that it's going to serve you. What things you need to do differently to really help you to keep going and moving ahead. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, how I can help you really to maintain that mental health and the right mental attitude, feel free to contact me. I will be more than happy to support you. Thank you.